Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Curly K Glam, and I am here today to give you a Grownish season 3 overview. Okay, so I've already recorded this video one time, and I don't think that I'm satisfied with what I recorded. So I'm here recording again. I'm just gonna give an overall synopsis of season 3. I feel like maybe I still might upload that video. No, I'm not gonna upload the video. The reason why I didn't like my first recording was because I feel like it was just way too long, and I feel like I went over legit everything. So I'm just gonna dumb that down, water it down some more, and then just give y'all my straight opinion. Okay, overall, we're just gonna start off with this. Overall, I think season 3 of Grownish was so. Like, the first half was very slow. The second half got better, and here's why. Before season 3 premiered, they gassed us up with the whole pregnancy thing. So here we are over the summer. This is summer, I think 2019 or the beginning. Like, they started showing stuff during the summer of 2019 because the pandemic happened it started at the end of 2019, and then things like got more serious the first half of 2020, or when it started getting serious over here in the States. So I think Grownish aired its first 8 episodes from January to March. So the whole summer we was gassed up like Grownish is coming, and then they kept dropping all these pregnancy things, and then they saying who you think's pregnant, who you think the mama is, who you think the daddy is, boo 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 boo. Okay, so then from what we knew, Zoe had just broke up with Luca, so everybody was thinking maybe it was Zoe and Luca that had just broke up, and then it was some speculation that maybe it was Anna and Aaron, since they were having entanglements, and then it was some speculation that it was Jazz and Doug, because Jazz was trying to get her situation straight or whatever, and they was the only consistent couple we had at the time because Luca and Zoe was off and on a little bit. And so then, just as a curveball, some people were saying maybe it was Nomi, but overall it turned out to be Nomi. And I feel like, as far as the storyline, I think sis was pregnant in real life, and I think she really did have a baby, which was why she was missing from the show a good portion of the season. But I still think even with her having the baby, for them to have used that as a way to reel the audience in, the pregnancy, they really didn't talk about the pregnancy like that. Like, okay, it was a shocker like the first 2 episodes, and then maybe on like the 3rd or 4th episode, sis decided to go home. So then she was gone the majority of the semester, and then she didn't come back until they showed us the other half of Grownish season 3 a whole year later. So I think they dropped the ball with that. I did not like that, because I felt like if he was going to gas us up for this to be a central point to reel the audience in, and then we don't get that, what was the exact purpose of even pulling the plot line? Like, I feel like Nomi having a baby would have been, since it happened on the show and they used it as a storyline, I feel like that would have been a great way to show the experience of what it was like, or to show an experience of what it was like for a single mom to be in college and to still, take care of her child and pursue her career or her dream. Also, I felt like since that was initially what was supposed to happen on Different World, and the times were different back then, Denise was supposed to originally be a single mom, like when she legit got pregnant in real life with Zoe Kravitz. But Bill Cosby decided that he did not want that to be the storyline for Denise Huxtable. So he said, no, Lisa Bonet is pregnant, Denise Huxtable is not. So that's why sis ended up leaving Different World and then going back to the Cosby Show. So I felt like, in a way, Grownish could have picked up that storyline and really done something with that storyline versus doing it the way they did. Also, with Nomi, I don't like the fact that Grownish decided to bring up the storyline of Phil, coming back for Nomi, and then we see them like date or have an entanglement or a fling or whatever, and then you never know, and then she tell him, and you make this a storyline that she tells Phil that he has a kid, And then we don't even get that. We don't have no type of closure. We don't know. So, and it was just left real open ended. I understand that you may address it in the season, but I also feel like this was another mistake that they did with Nomi, because in season 2, they gassed up this whole relationship with Nomi and the professor, and her dating her professor, and how, it was breaking the code of ethics and everything, and how they legit left the season off with her phone ringing, and it was the school board of integrity calling her, trying to ask her questions. They never addressed that in the beginning of season 3. All we heard was maybe Sky make a joke about how inappropriate the relationship was, or I think Nomi might have said something one time about how Paige got fired, but they never addressed that, and I feel like they keep dropping the ball with Nomi. I feel like Nomi is a very valuable character as far as Grownish, but they never really give sis a storyline. Like, she's just like there for entertainment purposes, and then she just, a side character. I did not like that. Also, I thought it was different that we got to know the other characters a little bit more outside of Zoe. That was a possibility of being a pro, but at the same time, they didn't do nothing with her whole decision. Like, okay, you revved us up like sis about to quit school to pursue her dream, and then she pursued her dream for like 2-3 episodes, and then sis like, I'm getting homesick, I want to go back home. And then like and then she makes this big decision, and then we don't see it play out on either show what her parents thought. And seeing as though this is a spinoff of a Blackish, I think Grownish should have made this more realistic. Like, there was never no time where Denise was going through something. And I know Different World and Grownish are 2 different shows, but I'm just saying. But that was the premise that we had before we had Grownish. So there was no time before where Denise was going through something at school and she didn't call somebody at home to get some advice. She stayed calling home. We stayed seeing phone calls. We don't even get no interaction between Zoe and her parents. Like, Denise used to phone call home all the time, and we could see a split screen and see the Cosby Show on the other side of the phone. We don't even see none of that. I think Bo and Dre made an appearance on Grownish once or twice. Like, sis is not down the street. I could see if she was like Denise and went to school in a completely different state. Hillman was in Virginia and Denise lived in New York. Sis is still in LA. Like, sis is still in LA. I know her parents wanted to give her some freedom, and I know she wanted to have some freedom, but Anna, I feel like Anna is a very, very solid character, but I feel like this season, in terms of like what she wanted to do and her being a poli-sci major, they dropped the ball. They did that with everybody else. I think Doug might be a business major. We don't know what anybody go to school for. Like, we knew that Dwayne Wayne went to school for science and technology or math. We knew that Whitney went to school for art. We knew that not Whitney, her name was Whitney in real life, but Freddie went to school for law. We know Kim went to school for medicine. We know this. We don't know anybody besides Luca and Zoe going to school for fashion. What did Aaron get his degree in? Because we don't know. We don't know what Bert got his degree in. And like I said, besides Zoe and Luca having fashion, we know the twins are student athletes. We don't know what they went. We don't know what they in school for. We don't know what they in school for. We know Vivek is in school for engineering, and they hound that. They say that multiple times. We don't know what Nomi is in school for, and if we do, they said the first season, and I don't remember what season is in school for now. They don't show no school life. We ain't get no step shows, no football games. We don't get none of the school experience. We just get relationships. And I feel like Grownish is turning into the Baby Young and the Restless for college kids. Like, it don't have no kind of narrative, no kind of premise. And I feel like out of the 3 seasons, like I heard my girl Gina B vlogging say, season 3 might have been the weakest season out of the other 2, because when I tell you, when I binge watched Grownish season 1 and Grownish season 2 the first couple times, because I watched it, analyze, make sure I didn't miss anything. But when I watched it, I was so hooked because I felt like everything was cohesive. I don't feel like anything this season was cohesive. It was very up and down. And I know at times in college things are very up and down, but this season just wasn't it. Okay, so what? Zoe got Aaron. That's fine. And everybody thinks that, Zoe and Aaron are the new Whitley and Dwayne. That's fine. But it's just the whole the messiness of it all. Like, for example, like, okay, Zoe and Aaron had their kids when Zoe left school. Zoe gone for a month. Aaron got a girlfriend out of nowhere. We don't know how that came about. We don't know the backstory to that or nothing. At least in Different World, when Dwayne came back with Keanu, we knew how they met. They had an origin story. It was just like sis was gone, and boot, here's Rochelle. And like, we knew that Aaron loved Zoe, just like we knew Dwayne loved Whitley. But there was some development in the whole situation between Dwayne and Whitley. There wasn't, besides the back and forth with her having a crush on him and he coming back at her and stuff like that, it wasn't. I felt like Dwayne and Whitley had more of an organic beginning than Zoe and Aaron, if that makes sense. If y'all understand with me, please let me know down below that you kind of following what I'm saying. As far as Jazz and Doug, I feel like we got to learn a lot more about Jazz, which was a positive. But the way they carried out their relationship was messy. It was completely messy. Like sometimes I felt like the writers nailed it, and sometimes I felt like, okay, y'all kind of fumbled the ball. You know what I'm saying? You kind of fumbled the ball on that. As far as addressing her being a student athlete and her being in a relationship, I would like for them to have talked more about balancing relationships instead of just saying, I can't do this, we need a break, woo, woo, woo. Like, I don't know, maybe they switched the writers for the show, but I just feel like season 3 wasn't as cohesive. So I'm really hoping for season 4 they kind of, change that up a little bit. And then as far as like Anna and Javi, you brought sis on to date this dude that was a grad student in her major, but then we get this whole commitment to God, which I felt like that was a step in a different direction for the show, because I felt like that is an area they need to be talking about, like self-preservation and commitment, and like approaching a relationship in a different way and bringing God into it. I felt like that was different. I like that aspect for the show, but I felt like they just used that and then dropped it. They didn't develop it or nothing else. It was like one episode. And I feel like, as far as like, because I have watched Different World, and if you hadn't watched Different World and you see all the comparisons, like if you got an Amazon Prime account, go back and watch all 6 seasons of Different World. Like, you will see how much different it's Different World made you feel a way. It made you want that experience. And I feel like, as far as being a student at Cal U, I want to go to Hillman. Like, it's just different. It's just overall different. Like, and I feel like with Zoe, I just wish there was more. I love Junior being coming back and forth between Grownish and Blackish. I feel like that's nice because that's realistic, because Theo came back and forth between him and to be with Denise. Rudy even came one time to be with Denise. So it's just, like, different. Like, I felt like it was that one episode in Grownish where Pops came with Dre, and then Bo came, and then Dre came to school one more time to find interns, but they didn't have no interaction with Zoe. Like, Zoe was nowhere to be found. Well, the last time. Zoe was there the first 2 times. But, here I am rambling again. I'm going on 15 minutes. But do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I had higher expectations for season 3 because I thought they really going to bring it since they started out with all that promo. Just like now they're promo in season 4. Grownish, y'all got to bring it season 4. Okay, now that Aaron and Zoe are together, we don't want no lackluster storylines. We know Sky is going to be gone, but as far as, what's going on in the world today, I don't know how they're going to fix that, since the Olympics technically didn't occur. So sis went to go be in the Olympics and the Olympics didn't happen. So I don't know what's that. I don't know. And then, okay, so now that Zoe and Aaron are together, what's going to happen as far as the dynamic? What y'all gonna do with Luca? Because y'all like completely switched Luca up. Like Luca was cool. Luca was down. He had flavor. He had sauce. Now by the time season 3, he done got so strange. Can't nobody have no interaction with him on screen because y'all done made his character weird. Like, what's that about? And then, as far as Rochelle and Jillian, now I know that there was a lot of conversation about us wanting more melanin on the screen. So Grownish gave us more melanin, but then y'all gave them these subpar roles. Like, but next season, besides Jillian probably addressing Aaron once or twice about Zoe, she probably ain't gonna be back. And then Jillian followed Sky into the Olympics, and then Jillian was supposed to be going back to Spelman. So, like, what y'all gonna do, Grownish? But either way, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about season 3 of Grownish. Did it give you everything you needed and more? There were some moments that I did enjoy, but I felt like for this season there were more critiques than there were the positives. There were a few episodes that I did enjoy. Definitely when Doug and Jazz finally had their conversation about how they felt about each other. Not when she broke up with him, but like when, after Jazz had her and Tangle and she told Doug, I felt like, I like that. And I like when they had that conversation, they was about to get together and everything like that. I also like the moment when she had with her sister on screen. I thought it was very grown up when Zoe and Luca had their conversation when they first broke up, after they were trying to figure everything out. And all them being there for Nomi and everything like that. It was a good couple things, but overall I feel like season 1 and season 2 gave and season 3 didn't. So let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at CurlyKGlam. And I'll be back with more videos. Deuces.